Stood in the air a bit. Riccardi came hard, couldn't mark it. Parker crunch, meeting that sandwich, but happy to be that. Loves being that. Rowbottom stripped of it, dropped it, got it back through it. Short to Braden Campbell, 20-year-old. Good young crop of the Swans, and that's a great pluck by Mills. He's turned his body into the traffic. Drives it long. Franklin's not there for this contest, but this man is McLean.
Last week, Danger, he was ultra impressive. Quick ball back in, looking for Dangerfield, knocked away by Mills. Got the give and go back from Kennedy to thread the needle. Franklin in the pocket. Favours his left.
Number 30 made it look so comfortable.
But it's spent so much time, they've become real specialists.
Rowbottom. Kick. 5 goals for the year.
The last 8. And it's going through.
Paddy McCartan just going to drive for distance in towards Reid again. Barris able to get there with a spoil. Mills trying to crash through. Redden, Roth.
Good to know it doesn't have to be a classic for you to do your job exceptionally well, Hutto.
Ball kick long. Bouncing ball, Barris trying to take it. Mills just pinballed off and sent the ball towards the square. McDonald involved again, having a real hot couple of minutes, but it's going to be a ball up.
If he chooses, going to straighten up instead. Mills. Morrison. Trying to assess through the middle, take their pick in the end. McDonald just got away from him. McCartan squeezes out to Ronk. Here's the first real opportunity for Callum Mills, and the Sydney Swans hit the scoreboard. They missed Nash, but the backup was pretty fine in Ward. Swans the sheer weight of numbers. Blakey with the touch. Oh, Warner, no awareness whatsoever. Hawks with the first 5 goals of the game, but just 1 since. Softened the kick a fraction. And Mills showing his marking prowess from his days at half-back. Rowbottom almost gave away the 50. Lloyd did just enough. Blakey turns tackler on Ward. Subdued him, no free kick. Now Moore. Mills was able to keep his feet, but it was Ward that had next play. Mills, Blakey in there pleading for a free kick. Bell pokes it. Franklin couldn't get access. Frost just hacked it out of there. And superior judgment in the air by Mills. That's how annoyed Morrison was with himself. Rowbottom, Kennedy, that Hawthorn connection. Mills, Florence. That's an avalanche.
So Fort doing the ruck work inside forward 50 against Laddams, who busted 1 tackle. Asked Parker to do the same. Bailey trying to improvise. He was perfect last week with 6 goals straight. Rampy thought about rushing it, and this chat about a score review was there. Both coaches doing it from the boundary line in this opening quarter. Mills coming off his personal best, 37 disposals last week. Almost found Franklin. Gardner knocked it away. Swans have some numbers. And Kennedy back to his feet in a hurry. Kadeem Coleman slapped it on the boot. Umpire was heard early, and now Mills opens it up. What a kick! Oh, Gordon dropped it, but he's got time to make amends and kick the opener. To try and trim that margin back below 30 points, heading into the final term. The captain today, Callum Mills, after the siren, makes no mistake. With the benefit of a free kick, the Swans get the margin back to 29 points heading into that final term. Tap back to the spare man. Weller quickly on the boot this time, but again charged down by the Swans. And the free kick. And he wasn't found, so Farah had the Suns going the right way, but his kick smothered by Mills. Rock looks for Franklin against Collins. He was holding on, and the umpire had a good view of it.
Warner out of the middle. Parker. Brilliant by Doherty coming forward to defend. Parker then gets pounded in a tackle.
Play on! Got it to a genuine one-on-one, and that one-on-one worried the Swans. Doherty's kick smothered here, though. Franklin can swoop on this.
Seemed to be a confidence player. He's feeling it in the first half.
Mills launches at it.
Lose, and they might need to win 8 of their last 9 games to play finals. That's how desperate it's becoming now. O'Riordan to the open side. That'll work, Cunningham. Plenty of room to move. And getting back, Mills to take the mark. Coming off a 26 possession game in the win against Melbourne last week. And it's 3-0. And the warning siren sounding.
Missing Kilda, but they'll overforce that stoppage.
Marshall just knocks it down. Mills had a fair piece of it, but a couple of Saints had a fair bit of him. Stevens just missed Parker.
Burns just checked the kit late. Florent got a finger on it. It was picked up by Hickey. Back to Ollie Florent.
Holding, Sydney.
They're going to take advantage. Ollie Florent with a 1-2. Crouch gives chase. The speed of Ollie Florent. That is going to be a big nail in the coffin.
Hits Draper on the head. Stringer just tries to use power to burst through the pack. Doesn't quite pay off. Beautiful, clean work by Warner. They've got a bit of run on the outer side. McInerney wants someone to come towards him. Too much off on a Heaney. He gets out the back. He's got some pace. Does he get the bounce? Not quite. Does well to Blakey. Can Blakey finish from 40 directly in front? 2 in a row for the Swans. And now the margin starts to grow.
Going to be 50. He can give it to Blakey on the left from long range. Sits it to Heaney. Goulden there as well. So's Papley. Papley goes for a square and goal to Mills. This is big for Sydney. And it goes through.
He was trying to leave it for Clark. Warner laid the tackle. Did well to get a kick away in the end, Schonberg, and Murray spins his way out of trouble. Keys to centre wing. And the kick favoured. Callum Mills played it well against Saliga.
But he just probably needs to put the clutch in and drop it back a gear or 2 of those bumps. Otherwise, he might miss a couple of weeks.
Mills, after a quiet opening term, starts the second quarter with a bang. How good's that kick from about 45? Man on the mark was sent the wrong way by Clark, who gained some bonus metres here. Nearly worked out for the Swans. It still might over the top. Amati, pressure on the kick, but he snuck it home. Score review pending, but I think it's okay for big Joel Amati.
Starting with this acquiring a tag, or requiring a tag, I should say, Warner. So good to see him push through it.
Feels going to have to learn to deal with it at some stage. What I'll learn now is Blakey, beautiful kick to centre half forward. Row bottom to Mills, just off one step. That's nice transition from the Swans. That's why they're on fire the last 6 weeks.
And now looks for the options. The kick to a 3-on-1 in the end. Franklin brought it to ground level. And goes again. Cumming lays a good tackle. How did the umpire see that one? It came loose in the end from Mills, and now the ball up is brewing.
Highlighted by that guy. I know it's deep in the game, I understand. But the gap between what the Swans are doing and what the Giants are doing are polar opposites.
The Swans have won every quarter, and it's been a real even spread again this afternoon.
Zahar 4 goals last week. He's also had a stellar season. Touch, but won't worry Goulden, although it did worry him because Parker is confronted with only North Melbourne jumpers ahead, so played it coolly. Back to Mills. Goulden well and truly within range and caresses it through for the opener.
Lucky the 2 Swans players are okay after a clash of heads, and Stevenson lost his head. Parker, little floater.
Brings it back, so Collingwood looking a little dangerous here in the third. Good mark taken by Mills.
Both sides look like they've got really open forward lines.
That's 49 goals for the season for Max King. So for all his goal-kicking issues, it's still an excellent return for a young man. Ball squirts out to the wing. Stevens leads the pursuit. Hill not far away.
Play on.
To the wing. Mills going to send it straight back.